Hi, we're Chris,
Mao,
Caroline, Jasmin,
and we're
Family Detour.
We left our home in Maryland to go on a North American epic adventure to see our beautiful parks, meet fascinating people, and explore interesting places. Thanks for coming along.
Stop for the night after leaving Vancouver is at a local park in Bellingham, Washington. Beforehand, Mao picked up Caroline's favorite food, pupusas, and we surprised her with it. Gotta enjoy the little things. The next morning, we depart for Seattle. We learned from other RVers online that parking is an issue in downtown Seattle. So we decided it's best if we leave our RV outside of the city and rent a car as we explore downtown. Our first stop was at the waterfront near Pier 55. The waterfront is lined with fantastic restaurants, shops, and you'll also find the Seattle Great Ferris Wheel. Seattle. There are few cities in the world blessed with a more beautiful setting than Seattle. It is surrounded by rugged green wilderness. To the west are the Olympic Mountains. To the east are the volcanoes and glaciers of the Cascade Range, and all around, the brisk waters of the Northwest. So we made it to Pike Place in Seattle. I think someone said there's a Hmong retailer. Do said it. That there's a Hmong retailer here, the flower shop, so I think this is it right here. This one's selling jam. When you think of Seattle, one of the places that instantly come to mind is the Pike Place Market. With over 10 million visitors annually, Pike Place Market is Seattle's most popular tourist destination. Pike Place Market is justly famous for its fishmongers, produce stalls, craft stands, and specialty food shops. The market first opened in 1907, making it one of the oldest continuously operated farmers market in the country. As the home of Starbucks, Seattle's now known worldwide for its coffee obsession. Each day, thousands of people line up along the cobblestone streets for a chance to visit Starbucks' original store in Seattle's Pike Place Market. Just around the corner is an unassuming alley where you can find the gum wall that started in the 1990s. The unexpected colorful display is an excellent representation of Seattle's unique charm and character. The experience may not be for everyone. The stench of decaying and aged chewing gum can be a bit offensive, but the gum wall is still an intriguing sight. Locally, Starbucks is the least interesting purveyor of caffeine, with scores of better local providers. We got our dose of caffeine at the QED Coffee near the Space Needle. The Space Needle is Seattle's icon. It was built in the Seattle Center for the 1962 World's Fair, which drew over 2.3 million visitors. Nearly 20,000 people a day used its elevators during the event.
So the Italian festival is going on right now in Seattle, and there's some exhibits from food stalls and importers and whatnot. There's some shows upstairs. There's a live band down here. There's some other bands playing out as well.
A short walk from the Space Needle is the International Fountain, a remnant of the 1962 World's Fair. It was completely rebuilt in 1995 with 272 jets of water pumping in sync with music. We watch many children and adults alike, including ours, in the family fountain bowl and venture right up to the smooth silver dome. All of the water is recycled, and it's probably the cleanest in the city, with 3 types of treatment before it reaches the public.
How was it? Did you get wet?
It wasn't as slippery as I thought. It was fine. I don't know.
So we got to the International Fountain. This is a really cool fountain because it actually dances to the music. So it'll change the way the fountain is going based on the music that's playing. So when the music stops, it just slowly stops and then it starts again.
What?
Jasmin and I are gonna fight this fountain. That one's coming, Jeff. That's good. Come on. Music is not playing. The music is not playing. Oh, it's pretty good, Jeff. You're so brave, aren't you? We're gonna go touch it. We're gonna go touch it. Let's go.
We stumbled upon this really cool playground called Artists at Play, located behind the Museum of Pop Culture. It is created by artists and inspired by music. The girls easily spent an hour here. Seattle is the most northernmost large city in the United States and is the largest city in the Pacific Northwest with a population of almost 4 million in its metropolitan area. Over the years, Seattle has inspired a number of nicknames. It's not hard to understand why some refer to it as Rain City. But visit when the sun is shining, when Lakes Union and Washington are sparkling under a blue sky, and majestic Mount Rainier is visible in the distance, and you'll realize that Emerald City is the most appropriate nickname for Seattle.
We are in Bellevue, Washington. We spent all day yesterday. We rented a car because we heard that parking and especially RVing in Seattle is just not RV friendly, and parking, even with a car, wasn't that great. It took a while, especially around Pike Place, but everywhere else we were able to find parking. It was Sunday, so it was a little bit easier to find parking yesterday, and it was free. That was the other thing. So we went to Bellevue, went to Enterprise, rented a car, and which was fairly inexpensive. And then we explored downtown Seattle and that area. Today we're going to be going to Microsoft Visitor Center, and then the Snoqualmie Falls, and possibly somewhere else. We'll see. Check you guys out later. We're at the Microsoft Visitor Center here in Redmond, Bellevue area. This place has no parking lot or no parking spaces. As you can see, we parked George here. There's no oversized parking. It was already full when we got here at around 9 o'clock. The place opens up at 10 o'clock. So there's no like dedicated parking area for visitors or the Microsoft store here. So anyway, just keep that in mind if you're RVing through the area. 20-foot van or less than 25 feet. Ours is about 25, and as you can see, there's limited parking here. There is a garage somewhere, but that's probably also full as well. So we're gonna check out the tour and see how it is.
The tour, as we found out, is a self-guided tour located in front of the Microsoft store at 1 Microsoft Way in Redmond, Washington. The self-guided tour takes you through Microsoft's history starting from Albuquerque, New Mexico when it was founded in 1975. There are plenty of displays and presentations where you can learn about Microsoft's present and future technologies. You can play the latest Xbox games including a Forza simulator, and the kids enjoyed playing in the Minecraft display. We don't know if we're actually parked in the same spots that we parked at before, but I don't remember this parking lot being here, so maybe no. We'll see if it's the same trail. There's an upper fall and a lower fall hike. We're gonna go in the lower falls first. Let's check that out. Unfortunately, the lower falls trail and area was closed due to maintenance. It's too bad since it's a great experience because you can really get up close to the waterfall, and the last time we were here, I was able to capture great photos. So we ended up hiking to the upper falls, where you can see the Snoqualmie Falls from a viewing platform. the way back to the RV, we found a way to the river via a boat ramp. We spent a little time there before moving on to our next destination.
So we're at Snoqualmie Falls, and just outside Bellevue. It's about 10-15 minutes away from Bellevue. Anyway, we're gonna be heading out, but it totally looks a little bit different. They did some development since the last time we were here. There are now parking lots. There weren't like a big time official parking lot before. But now there are two lots with. Anyway, fortunately we weren't able to take the lower falls. The lower falls is the one you want to take because that takes you to the river bank, and then you can walk up to the falls, and that's like the epic view of that fall. But we were able to go up to the top overlook, and then also to the river. But when you're down the river on this side, you're not able to see the falls because of the power plant. Anyway, it is what it is, and at least we were able to see it. The girls were able to rock hop on the river, and now we're going to be heading out to Olympia.
If you're visiting Seattle without a towed car like us, it can be challenging visiting the downtown area, especially during the weekdays. It's hard to pack everything in a couple of days since there's so much to see and do in Seattle. We did check off some of the essentials during our 2-day visit. Our next stop, Mount St. Helens.